Hi everyone! Today we have an unusual format, an interview with an expert whose name is Pekka Kelkka. He's an expert in blockchain and a speaker at many international conferences. I'm sure you can meet him in Dubai, especially where he's based, and in many other events. And today we'll be discussing blockchain, how to enter the space. And by the way, Pekka is a host of a very educative and very nice YouTube channel, which is called Papa Blockchain. And I highly advise you to subscribe and to watch it. So, Pekka, thank you so much for joining me today. And first of all, could you please introduce yourself, say a couple of words about your background for our users to understand who you are.
Thank you, Anna, for first of all for your kind words. And yes, I have my freshly minted YouTube channel, which is called Papa Blockchain Uncut Web3 Education Channel. So please, if you're interested in what's happening in Web3, blockchain, cryptos, there are short videos from a couple of minutes to a few minutes. Please watch them and you learn a lot of things. I started my online career already in 1994 when the first commercial internet browser was launched, Netscape, and I've been online ever since. But this interview is about blockchain cryptos. I started my career on this decentralized world approximately 7 years ago when I came across with a interesting document, technical document, which is called Ethereum white paper. I come from the enterprise software world, and it was really amazing. If there is a technology that will cut off the middlemen from all the transactions, and we can trust the code instead of people, instead of human, there's no chance for a human error. That was really a game changer for me compared to the existing systems, the centralized systems. And I started to research as much as I can. A few months, and I started to participate on these meetups 2017 here in Dubai. And because I was researching so much, I asked a lot of questions from speakers, and all of a sudden I found myself, instead of being in the audience, I was speaking at these events. And same year 2017 I joined my first blockchain project. It was a supply chain project. And I've been, again, in quite many different roles, starting from CEO, strategy, and lately a couple of years, 2.5 years, full-time as an advisor for all kinds of Web3 blockchain crypto projects globally, I'd say. Mm-hmm. It's been quite a journey, and it's just in the beginning.
Yeah, thank you. I watched some of your speeches at the conferences, and it's really very detailed. And every time when I listen to some experts at events and conferences, it's really about much technical details about some new protocols, some new technology, and so on. But our audience at ECOS are mainly ordinary people, ordinary users who just found out somehow about crypto, about blockchain, and they are not too much into details. So many of them are asking very simple, very basic questions, and even many of them are not fully aware, probably, of how solid this new world is, and they are not. They probably don't even trust these new technologies. So, could you say some words, sort of in defense of this new space? How do you think, whether it's here for staying, to stay forever, or will it blow up one day?
Well, first of all, the blockchain will be here as long as internet is, and will be because it runs on the internet. But it is a next big upgrade from the existing internet, which we call today Web 2. Blockchain is the foundation of the next version of the internet, which is called Web 3. Mm-hmm. And about the security and is it secure to be there? Of course, blockchain is not one thing; it has many layers. But let's focus on comparing now the blockchain layer, the foundation protocols, which we call them protocols, and internet as such. And I just published today a brief video on my Baba Blockchain YouTube channel about the same topic. And the fact is that my statement was that there are only two types of centralized data platforms, data storages, data environments, centralized. They are already hacked or they will be hacked. And I also gave a little references on this because biggest companies, their data environment has been hacked. All Alibaba, Apple, BMW, Walmart, Huawei, tens and tens of them. It just be a story goes and it goes on and on, these companies. And then another thing is that the biggest data storage companies, Google Cloud, Amazon, AWS, or Azure, all of them have been hacked many times. So it's just not in a public domain, and they don't publish that so much but that's the fact. If your data is stored centralized, stored in centralized environment, on centralized environment, there's always human element. And in most of the cases, the problem comes that there's a human element which causes a problem. It gives opportunity to these hackers to enter these environments and start to do their crazy things. They're bad actors.
Yeah.
But biggest difference between decentralized data environment and centralized environment is that on decentralized blockchain protocol, there is no human element, because the most advanced and most tested software environment, software applications called smart contract, there's no human element on transactions because everything is coded in most advanced computer code application called smart contract. So that's the major difference when it comes to data security, securing these environments. And then again, environment is different because there can be thousands or tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in the future, millions of computers that are securing the transactions with these applications, this software called the smart contract. And does this environment survive the development, and do we have it in the future? If you think it this way, if you talk about financial economic model, commercial models, now internet is owned by only a few entities, few IT dinosaurs like Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Facebook, these guys. But blockchain will be owned by all of us, because decentralized data model, decentralized environment means that we can join this in this decentralized environment, blockchain protocols and applications. We can join them with our data, and data is token and coin. So we deposit this on a smart contract platform or applications, and this environment is so kind to us that it pays us back yield, passive income, because our token and coin on the blockchain is data. And without this data, blockchain does not work, because this data, i.e. our tokens and coins, will secure the transactions, provide the security, and validates the transactions. This may sound a little complicated and technical, but if you think it this way, centralized platforms, internet that we have today, is owned and monetized by only a few platforms, the richest, biggest companies today. But we, as the users of internet, on blockchain, crypto, a decentralized environment, we are owning these platforms and we are monetizing. That is the major change. That's why these people don't like us so much, but that's the future of internet. Web3 is based on the blockchain and the applications on top of the blockchain.
Yeah, agree. Thank you. Okay, so as we can see, there are many benefits for ordinary users. It's more safe, sort of, to use our data on decentralized platforms. and we can also earn from storing this data. But what would be your advice for just ordinary people who just came into the crypto space and they just want to find out how they can earn? How shall they start? What should they do first of all? First of all, I think educate themselves, right?
Mm. Well, that's the main thing. First of all, comparing what we have as an internet web tool today. We're early phase, and when we're early phase, the biggest challenge what we have, we call them user interface and user experience. They are not in a level yet that we should have them. So it is a little bit more complicated to use than Web 2 internet. Yeah, just like you just open your web browser and do everything on web browser, communicate and transact with the different people on Web 2. Blockchain is a little bit different because you need to connect yourself with the certain digital wallet, which is called blockchain wallet, which is with runs on blockchain and so forth. But now we also need to understand that one of my theses is that decentralization is a process. And now there are some good platforms that are partially old web 2 or existing web, and partially using blockchain environment for their customers to access this blockchain systems. Which means that, for example, we can use. I'm using one example, one centralized platform, an example, which is Coinbase from USA. Why I'm telling this and explaining this particular example is that it is interesting how they have developed their systems to be customer friendly and still using a lot of blockchain on the transactions. For example, if you want to use their passive income generating system, which is yield generating for your tokens and coins for your crypto when you're using them, when you are accessing, you are signing in on Coinbase the same way than you are signing in on any other place. You're signing in on Facebook or whatever, just your ID and password, and then you are on the Web2 cloud Coinbase exchange. But if you want to deposit your coin and token on Coinbase, immediately when you deposit your crypto on the platform, it goes on a one click, the same click, it goes to blockchain protocol. So Coinbase is the front end is traditional Web 2 and the back end is blockchain. This kind of hybrid model is coming up quite fast today. So that's the easiest way to do that. But my dear friends and colleagues, now do understand that you're still dealing with the centralized platform to access this thing. So, but that's the easiest and smoothest way to have this kind of experience of how blockchain can benefit you. But other than that, there are also many other things that you can join. You can, for example, create your digital asset, which drives on blockchain. We call them non-fungible tokens, which can be different many things, and you can create them very easily. And in a couple of clicks, you can put them on blockchain and maybe even try to sell to someone. There are many applications that you can test with. But as Anna, you nailed it when you said, please do your research, educate yourself. There are a lot of good videos that can explain you how you can participate on this thing, blockchain. And again, I believe that in oncoming years, maybe sooner than coming years, maybe 1-2 years, we have an environment that is as easy to use as Web 2 today, the internet as we understand. The Web 3 will be on the same levels, will give us a same user experience, user interface than we have now on Web 2, yes, on internet as we call it.
Yeah. Hope so. So, and one more thing. Our users at ECOS, they very frequently want to get sort of very quick results. But as I watched one of your videos where you were telling about the duration of different crypto investments, that people should be more patient with it. So, could you say just a couple of words about this patience?
Well, that is the one of the key things and most important words when it comes to blockchain cryptos. Patience, because this new environment and because there is a monetary value on these transactions, with this the cryptos, tokens and coins, which means that it's a new system. It's a hugely volatile. But I also recommend that if you want to earn something, don't focus on a fast wins, fast cash outs, because the best systems. Cause I've been 7 years on my first. I bought my first coins 7 years ago, and the biggest, those most solid ones, I have never sold. And I tell you that if I would have traded them in between, probably get some good returns. But I'm very happy about what I have based on this system, which I just keep those tokens with me on my wallet, and they can go down 80%, 90%. But still, during the 7 years, my average is quite much more than it was 7 years then I started to do that. And in of course, in between, I've done some investments also. But when it comes to these quick wins, you should understand that how do you can research what is good coin or what is good token, what is good crypto, what is more risky. First of all, there are certain elements that you need to check from the project. If they don't want to introduce themselves on LinkedIn or something somewhere else, the team itself, you should try to contact them and discuss with them. And most importantly, the same thing than any software, even in internet platforms, they need to provide you some clear advantage, they need to solve problems, or they need to give you benefits. So this kind of coins and tokens, cryptos, if they just like want to collect money and artificially increase the price like this, you should not. My recommendation is that be careful with them, because most probably they are not solid projects. But there are solid projects. Those ones are really providing clear utility, for example, on a blockchain environment, with for example, yield systems and stuff. So, I recommend you to educate yourself, research, go these YouTube channels. Mine is one of them, and then understand the system, understand the benefits or the problems that the blockchain is providing, or the applications is providing, or the problems that it is solving. And those ones are the best ones to join, and then be patient.
Yeah, thank you. And I would also say that when something looks too good to be true, then probably it's not even worth to invest in.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for this conversation. And for our users, I would like to say that we have prepared a giveaway. And if you want to win a Bitcoin mining contract, then you would need to fulfill some conditions. The first one is you need to be subscribed to ECOS YouTube channel. The second one, you would need to subscribe to Pekka YouTube channel as well. And also write in comments below under this video a question to our expert, and he will, I am sure, with pleasure will reply a little bit later. And in a week time, we will select one random winner who will get a Bitcoin mining contract from ECOS for free. So thank you so much, Pekka, for attending this conversation today, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, let's do that. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Thank you.